Graves and Company is the number one supermarket. 100% Intention Supermarket. We've got more of what you're looking for in multiple locations to serve you more and more. In business now for over 50 years, and you will always save by shopping right here. Oh yes, we're number one. CK Graves and Company, and we are Vincent John, a supermarket for you and me.
Now let's be real. We're not all police officers, but we all want to safeguard our finances. And that's why the Police Cooperative Credit Union is open to everybody. That's right, we cater for anybody. At a brand new location too. Step up to the Police Cooperative Credit Union headquarters on Bay Street between Diamond Girl and Lanes number 2. And we provide a range of top-class financial services, including fixed deposits, quick cash, savings, and loans, and a survivor's benefit grant of $5,000. We're open 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday to Friday, and up to 11:30 on Saturday. Check us out on Facebook or call Police Cooperative Credit Union at 485-6840. And remember, even if you're not a police officer, we're cool with that.
St. Vincent Containers proudly introduces its high-quality bathroom tissue. Furtis, Lilies, Midushi. Manufactured to conform to local, CARICOM, and international standards. Tested and certified by the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Bureau of Standards. No roll less than 300 sheets, legitimate sheet and core sizes, virgin pulp, no recycled, soft but not lightweight, professionally produced and packaged. Now available throughout St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Furtis, Lilies, Midushi, excellent Vincentian products.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
$275,000. That's the Super 6 jackpot for Friday, October 4th. It's $275,000.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
The public is asked to note that chiropractor Dr. Edmund Seeley is now conducting clinic and will see patients by appointments only. To make an appointment, call 456-9318 or 531-5318.
Do you have a passion for sport? Then Sports Highlights is a place to be. Share the passion every Sunday and Wednesday, 7 to 9 p.m. Sports from the heart, only on Sports Highlights.
CK Graves and Company is the number one supermarket. 100% Intention Supermarket. We've got more of what you're looking for in multiple locations to serve you more and more. In business now for over 50 years, and you will always save by shopping right here. Oh yes, we're number one. CK Graves and Company, and we're Vincent John, a supermarket for you and me.
Let's be real. We're not all police officers, but we all want to safeguard our finances. And that's why the Police Cooperative Credit Union is open to everybody. That's right, we cater for anybody. At a brand new location too. Step up to the Police Cooperative Credit Union headquarters on Bay Street between Diamond Girl and Lanes number 2. And we provide a range of top-class financial services, including fixed deposits, quick cash, savings, and loans, and a survivor's benefit grant of $5,000. We're open 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday to Friday, and up to 11:30 on Saturday. Check us out on Facebook or call Police Cooperative Credit Union at 485-6840. And remember, even if you're not a police officer, we're cool with that.
St. Vincent Containers proudly introduces its high-quality bathroom tissue. Furtis, Lilies, Midushi. Manufactured to conform to local, CARICOM, and international standards. Tested and certified by the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Bureau of Standards. No roll less than 300 sheets, legitimate sheet and core sizes, virgin pulp, no recycled, soft but not lightweight, professionally produced and packaged. Now available throughout St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Vertis, Lilies, Mitushi, excellent Vincentian products.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super Six a bigger jackpot game.
$275,000. That's the Super 6 jackpot for Friday, October 4th. It's
More
$275,000.
jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super Six a bigger jackpot game.
The public is asked to note that chiropractor Dr. Edmund C. is and will see patients by appointments only. To make an appointment, call 456-9318 or 531-5318.
Well, I see that we are neon lights. Nikki has us on neon lights tonight. Sports highlights on neon lights. Yes, a good evening, Doggy the Freitas with Nikki Sandy in the studio, but I'm all the way up in Orlando, and we see Augustine in there. But this is October teen. Not August, is October teen. And you're in Sports Highlights tonight. And as I said, I'm in Orlando, Florida, speaking to you with Nikki in the studio. And we love sports. Nice, really love sports. That's why we're always in sports. Nikki, I trust that you're hearing me very well. Is that so? Okay. All right. I can't find my other microphone. I'm using my iPad. I have my computer there, but I just was lazy to hook it up. And so I trust this is doing well. Okay. I did speak to Nikki. You were live at the Calico playing field. So we'll start with this. The closure of the Calico Football League, which is run by Mr. Hannibal out there in Calico. Because Lights at the Calico playing field was played on the lights, and yourself and Gunny brought the game live, and I appreciate that very much. And I did ask Mr. Hannibal if he can call in early so that we could just speak a little bit about the Calico Football League. Failing him calling, well, I'll just ask you to give us a little bit of synopsis of what the mood was like at Calico and crowd participation and whatnot. And you could let us know there, Nikki.
I thought you were waiting for Hannibal to call. Okay.
No, I can't wait. We don't wait. They call when they're ready. If he calls, he calls. Well, we have a guest popping up there early, but you could give us a little synopsis about Calico, the finals. What was the mood out there and things like that.
Well, the game actually started later than we had anticipated. The semifinal started about 7 o'clock, and it was pretty intense. The crowd never came around until probably about 8.
That was not the semifinals. That was the third place playoff.
Yeah, that was the third place playoff,
Okay,
and
right.
the finals was later.
Okay.
Yes. So yeah, the crowd start coming sometime after 8. It was well packed, well behaved crowd, well disciplined team, I must say. They really give a good showing of themselves. Both games actually ended on penalty kicks. Well, the deciding factor was penalty kick. So the first game ended 1-1, and they went on to penalties. I don't have the information in front of me, but I would have sent that for you.
Yes, well. I wasn't dealing with the results of that, but I will refer back to that took place on Sunday evening.
Yes.
Sunday evening, and that was the 29th. Monday was the 30th.
Monday was the 30th, yes.
So what happened there at the, let's see now, let's give you Calico. The finals, as you said, had an interesting finish with Sharps and Greenhill putting on a magnificent performance for the fanatics. And at the end of the regulation time, the scores were 1-1. The winner was decided by penalty kicks, where Greenhill demolished their opponent, Sharps, on penalty kicks, 7-6 to win. The third place playoff with Police and Roxdale ended in a similar fashion with 5-4 in favor of Police. That's what happened there on the Calico playing field. We're hoping that Mr. Hanwell would have called in early so that
I
we
think
could have get this out
we
today.
had some more information there. The most goal went to Tevin Davis. He had 9 goals in the tournament. Best goalkeeper was Carl Rage of Sharps. Most disciplined team, Roxdale. Best midfielder, Antonio Samuel. Best defender, Simon Solin. And first place went to Greenhill FC. Second place, Sharps FC. And third place, Roxdale.
Yes, and so that was how we saw that there. Well, most of these leagues must finish in time for the Football Federation to carry out its club championships and so forth. And we know coming up would be the CONCACAF Nation Leagues. But before we get into that, we saw the Gregs being crowned in another league as champions in the Northeast League. The Northeast League was concluded on that same day. And it was Gregs who was crowned champions over Spring Village second, Overland third. The best striker in that league was Zadine Sam of Gregs. The best midfielder was Terrace Joseph of Overland. The best goalkeeper, Jermaine Jarvis of Spring Village. Best defender, Uriel Matthias of Spring Village. Best manager, Desroy Adams of Spring Village. Most disciplined team, Byra Village, not Byra Hill, Byra Village. And the MVP of the final was Anthony of Gregs. Okay, and so that's the other league that was concluded on that particular day. We have Alex inside the day, so I hope you switch on Alex Challenger. Good night, Alex.
Good night, Doc. How are you doing? No, I mean, I just doing early, but I just want you to yeah.
I just wanted to acknowledge you.
Yeah, okay, good, yeah, thanks, yeah.
Okay, so we just...
I mean, just give you a slight update. St. Lucia playing guys this evening. St. Lucia won the toss and batting. 42 without loss and 3.5 overs. Charles 34 with 2 6s and 5 4s. And the captain, the Plurist, 12 over 7. Okay. Just to give an update, okay? So
right, thank you very much for that. So
okay.
The CPL, and this is in these are in the what do you call it, the not preliminary, not the
No. Winner goes straight to the finals, and the loser will play Barbados
to
reach the finals.
Okay, so these are basically the knockout section.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to go to a little bit of netball. As you know, St. Vincent and the Grenadines are champions in the ECCB International Netball Tournament. We took it back from Grenada. St. Vincent played unbeaten. And we want to congratulate Natasha Batiste of the president to congratulate her and her team for playing unbeaten in the tournament. And that is a good thing because we see some fantastic scores from St. Vincent Jewels, who made us proud, and they deserve every congratulation in this tournament that they just won there. So, congratulations to the netballers, and we are happy to see St. Vincent and the Grenadines climbing again. You see, sometimes when a team goes into the doldrums, it takes a while to build back the character of the team. So you can't just give up on a team because they're losing for a while, but still playing favorable, good netball. And, consistency and persistency allow us to come back to this point where we are now champions again in this particular tournament. I have to say to Nikki there, I am sorry I didn't use my other camera because this camera have my tummy look like if I am pregnant.
Yes,
I
very
can't I
much so.
can't play I can't play netball in this in this condition.
Alex, don't join up with Doggy there. Doggy belly big. That's all.
Oh,
And
no, no.
the camera just bringing it out properly. But
and Nikki making sure that he highlight me. I'm a sportsman. I can't afford to have that's an illusion from the camera though. The angle it is at me.
so I see the gym ain't working. So stop going
Well,
gym.
it's working. Don't worry about that.
Nikki,
Well,
Nikki, I must say, good job on Wednesday when Dougie wasn't there. I mean, you did a fantastic job. That's why I didn't call in, because you all had a very good thing going.
Oh, I was waiting for somebody to come and share some cricket scores for us and so on.
No,
But
I know, but the program was going good, so I didn't feel that I had to call in. Everything was going well, and thank you again.
thank you much, Dougie. One thing Gunny and I mentioned during our broadcast on Sunday was the outlining of the field in Kaliakwa. Right? We also saw that in, where is it? Not Gome. We call up there.
up in Daphne.
Yes. Where the field go one way and then they cut a corner and go back down the other way and so forth. And I was questioning one of the officials there and so forth as to why they don't just try and get the best possible size they can. It doesn't have to be a regulated field, but it's not a regulated field anyway, but get the best possible size rectangle that they can and play a nine aside. And they were telling me, well, they won't get the support and it wouldn't be sanctioned under the Football Federation. So I don't know if you know anything.
Well, what you said there makes sense to me. I mean, I believe that if we don't have facilities available in the community leagues like that, where the field is not regulated size and it's hard to get the rectangle, and you have part of the team field being smaller than the other, it makes sense to me that you create
Use the best possible size you can get from the space you have.
exactly, but that is a discussion that they would have to have with the football federation, because the football international football FIFA sanctioned futsal. Futsal is less persons, so the facility is not the same. But that is a problem that.
Hello, good night.
Okay.
We have a call. Hello. Hello, good night. Hello, good night. Hello.
The person out there.
Yes, good night. Gray?
Yeah, this is Yeah, this is good, Batiste here.
Hey, I wasn't hearing you earlier. Yes, you're
Yeah,
live. Go
this is
ahead.
good, Batiste here. I'm, 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 I'm hearing back myself.
You're hearing back yourself.
Yes. Yeah.
I have a call back.
Yeah, try and call back for me.
That is a that what but he's on WhatsApp, so he shouldn't really get that back. I know every time he come up on the stream, he's always have this that problem, and I don't know why.
Yeah, because just now, yes, it wasn't. I wasn't hearing well here now. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Answer great on the computer, and so that you could answer the other WhatsApp call off the phone. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So you should call back. So let me say this: when it comes to facilities, the problem about facilities is that we have limited land, and also I don't understand up at Daphne why there was never a move to probably put in the piece of wall to straighten up the field. But I don't know who owned the land if it's government below the playing field there right now, you know? So let's hope that that could get sorted out.
Hello? Hello? Gray, you there? Hello? Hello? Gray? Oh, we seem to be having a problem.
Make sure that the channel that coming up on the computer is not on the USB on the channel, that it's switched back to regular channel for that computer. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. I see we have Natasha Batiste inside there. Netball. Natasha, good evening.
Good evening, Dougie. How are you doing?
I am nice, great, and wonderful. You're supposed to be more than nice, great, and wonderful. You really sugar jealous now.
Well, I think not just me, I think the whole of St. Vincent and the Grenadines is feeling that way.
Well, I want to say congratulations again. I was doing that before you come on. Congratulations to you and the Vinci Jewels and your whole team. And I know it's a lot of hard work preparing the team for this tournament to bring it back to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Give us a rundown of how things went, Natasha.
Well, when I spoke before we left, we were finally we were just getting down to the end of preparing the team, and we had a great team that was working alongside myself to get the team done. And every opportunity I get, I have to mention his name because his contribution towards the preparation of the young ladies was not just about physical fitness, but the mental fitness as well. The tournament itself, it really was a good tournament. There was no time or in any of the games that I was at all worried that we were not going to come out victorious. We know that all of our opponents were coming hard for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, but we were prepared to take on all our rivals, and the results speak for themselves. We are the champions undefeated.
And that is a great feat. And I commented earlier on and every day when I give the report, I commented on the shooting of
Yes,
our team, especially what's her name, your top scorer?
Marianne Frederick.
Marianne Fredericks. She was
Yes,
she was she was at her average was in the 90s.
yes, 92.87 or 67.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
And
yes.
and that gave St. Vincent and the Grenadines some fantastic scores against their opponents.
Yes, it did. It really was a team effort because I normally say to persons, if the players don't put the ball in the hands of the shooter, they can't shoot, right? And it was a great team effort overall. Our defenses did their job. They restricted the opponents, and we had those crucial steals in the midcourt. And then when we got it down to our circle, our shooting circle, we were more than guaranteed that it's going to be a goal either by Frederick or our young Christiana Christopher, who played that goal attack role very stellar. Looks really great because we had quite a number of young players who were on the team. They would have touched the court at some point during the tournament, and their experience when we had our team meetings, they all expressed how how elated they were just to be a part of the experience. And I know that speaks volumes for them, having had that experience.
Well, that is so. So we're looking now at a team that has some longevity based on the age and the now experience of the new players that you have on the team. Is that so?
Yes, that is so correct. Yes,
Tell me
indeed.
something. What is it like now that you have played in an indoor game facility in St. Lucia? What is the facility? What was the facility like? How you feel? Because some people could be intimidated because they're so accustomed playing in an open atmosphere, and when you transition now into a claustrophobic kind of situation, how did what was the feel like inside there, and what the facility was like?
Well, we had it wasn't the first time I would have been with a team. Players have understood what the conditions were.
Okay, she fell out on us there. I don't know what happened.
Seems like internet
I hope
problem.
she logged back in shortly. But one of the things, Nikki, now we and Matt and Alex. Oh, let me put her back in. Yeah, you dropped out on us there, Natasha. So could
Yes,
you
I
continue?
realized.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Yes, I was saying that it wasn't the first time I was exposed to that particular facility, so I was somewhat aware of the conditions. So what the management team did, we ensured that we had the coal rags prepared. We also, sort of used Vicks on the uniform to sort of keep the nasal area clear, because when it becomes hot in there, there's difficulty in breathing. So the management team, we were well aware, because we would have had we would have had training sessions and realized as well that the conditions were really humid, and would for our players to really breathe properly. I don't know if you look at the games, but I think our team was one of the only teams that really didn't leave the facility during.
We're missing your audio
Had
there.
what we needed in terms of core racks at the end of
Oh boy, we lost her there again. She probably has internet issues there, Nikki. It is important. The reason why I am taking Natasha down the road about the facility, because I believe that is important. Okay, so there you are again, Natasha. We will be a bit patient with you because we know sometimes the internet services are not so steady.
yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. Yes, so it was really a strategic approach on our part, a proactive approach, I should say, on our part to ensure that we had the necessary things in place to keep our team, the temperature of the young ladies at a stable level enough when they came off after each quarter to ensure that they were able to go back on and deliver what was required.
Okay.
Question.
Is the facility air conditioned?
No, it's not.
Oh, so it's just forced air cooling.
Yes, yes.
All
They
right.
had a
Well,
couple fans in there, but those really didn't do much while the game was being played. So, we had to improvise.
okay. All right. Well, you see, when one thing I know about facilities, because my son up here is running around playing basketball, and there are a few facilities where the AC failed. And what they had is these big cooling blowers. But what they do, they pack ice in them, and so that you get the cool air with moisture coming in there. We're sorry that that Natasha's internet is not stable, but it is a great thing for us to have the netball championship back in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I know our neighbor and friends, the Grenadians, was okay. So you could switch her on there, Nikki. She's back. Switch her on. Okay. Yeah. Natasha was saying that
Mm-hmm.
in a few times I take my son in to play basketball, and when the AC failed a couple of times in more so in the church facilities, because a lot of churches up here have indoor courts, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of churches have indoor courts, so and they don't have the monies to maintain everything the way tip shop shape, but the actual courts are good. And
Right, right.
what they do, they put these big blower fans that can contain that they throw ice in them. They have the container for holding ice to cooling, and
Okay.
up here can get extremely hot, eh? You could have
Mm-hmm.
100 and something degrees, so you have to really keep things cool. I took you down that road because I want to speak to the issue that we spoke about, the
Yeah, I'm
issue
talking about on the program now. I'm watching the
of
game on the program.
the the
That's
covering
all.
of even the netball, your netball center. That
Mm-hmm.
is something that I've been speaking to for a long time, and I pray one of these days the Netball Federation could get the funding or the sponsorship to cover that
Yeah,
facility to avoid having this problem about rain stopping the games, the danger of a slippery court,
yeah.
and also with it covered, you could actually lay down the proper floor
Yes,
to,
yes.
to protect the knees and the joints of the players as they play the sport.
But Natasha, outside of the heat and so forth, how did the girls transition? Any of them ever played on indoor courts?
Yeah, most of them would have, apart from maybe one or two of them, because most of them would have played at the CSC games in El Salvador, or they would have played at the Commonwealth Youth Games, the Fast Five in Trinidad. So they have some experience on the indoor facility, indoor court, but having not having that regular experience, the muscles had to be that type of surface. So some of them experience, slight muscle and so on, but the physio and the muscle able to go again and give what is required. So
Yeah,
Lost again.
she's gone again. But it's important that we get some form of indoor facility for basketball and netball, especially so we could attract good tournaments. I would love to see. I notice we spend a lot of money on the cricket ground side of the Annisvale complex, but it would be beautiful to see if we can get. There she is again. Yeah, go ahead,
I'm not
Natasha.
sure.
Continue where you left
I'm not
off.
sure what is happening tonight.
Yeah.
Yes, so I was saying, though they would have had some experience, it's not enough to say that their bodies would not have issues transitioning, because they don't really play on that type of surface often enough for their muscles to adjust to that. So it still took some adjustment and some work from the team to ensure that everybody was kept up to that level to push through to the end of the tournament.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But let's go back to where we go from here in terms of facility. And I spoke about the covering of your complex. Um, are, are you working towards that sort of goal where you can get your facility covered?
Well, it definitely is something that my executive and I are really passionate about. We have been, knocking heads with some ideas.
Yeah, the internet is really our internet is really dicey.
Maybe she
It's
can restart her phone and try again. Just do a complete restart.
she's back. She's back again. Yeah.
Yes, so as I was saying, even though the major issue there is funding, even though some people would say it is a simple fix. A simple fix comes with funding, and for us to have the right surface and to have, I mean, to be honest, I don't want it just to be we cover nutrition as it is now. I want us to look at a plan where we would be able to host, even if it is just a tri-series. It might not be a regional something where we require to have 2 courts or 3 courts, but if we have the facility upgraded in a sense where we can have a tri-series, we don't need 3 courts to have a tri-series, because we just went to a competition where it was just 1 court with 8 teams competing. So we had 4 matches every day on 1 court, and that worked. Right now, if we're looking at major world class events with 1 court, you really can't host, but we can still invite a country or two in and get the opportunity to be able to play, not just countries within our region or within the OECS, but outside of the region, which will give us the opportunity to even improve on our ranking and able to test where we are in terms of from our region perspective and the other regions.
That's why also when you dropped out, I was speaking. I've always been an advocate for the government to seek the kind of funding necessary. Same how we spend $28 million on the cricket stadium, to look at the possibility of covering the Annisvale complex, the court and complex over there. That you have 4 courts you can use, and
Yeah.
also with it, you can host basketball, you can hold netball, you could do so many things up here, as big as
Yeah.
America is. And Alex used to be in Florida, and he knows a lot of the facilities here. They are multi-use facility. Some of the places that you go where they have multiple courts, like 14 courts. There's a place called the Big House, that I used to go frequently with my son. And you would have basketball playing on one side, volleyball playing on another, and you had other games playing on another section. I mean, but that is out of our reach. I'm just saying, for what it's worth, that when you cover a facility, what they do is that they also have other rubberized floor that they other rubberized floor that they put down for different kinds of games, and they wheel around the kind of aluminum bleacher stands, like, okay,
Yeah.
to when they want to cordon off a particular area, there are big curtains and so forth. So to create the amphitheater kind of feeling when you're in an arena, when you go to some of these things. I am saying Annisville, because of the sheer size of Annisville with 4 courts, it has the capacity to be developed into a proper facility for those kinds of indoor games: netball, basketball, volleyball, all the different kinds of games that require that kind of court. But unless you
Yeah.
cover it, to protect it from the elements, you can't put down the kind of surfaces of the international requirements.
Yeah, that's so true. And the international bodies, pretty soon, we may not be able to continue playing this ECCB International Series on for a ranking level with this type of with the hard outdoor
Mhm.
surfaces, because they are looking at the welfare of the players, under these conditions and so on. So there's a lot of things that that has to be looked at and considered, really and truly, if we really want to get the best of and have them playing the sport for a long time.
Yes, that is so true. But I must say, from here now, where you go from here now with the team?
Well, we are taking a couple weeks break, so that the girls can, relax a little bit and, spend some time with their family and friends and all of that. And then we will be back into training pretty soon. We have the World Cup qualifiers that's in 2026, but we
Mhm.
want to start the preparation process from when they are called back out. The preparation process will begin for that outing. In between there, next year, there's the ECCB tournament again. And if the opportunity arise where we can go elsewhere to play some friendlies, that we will take up, we will also try to see how we can capitalize on those opportunities if they arise. So really and truly, the plan right now is to prepare the team for the qualifiers,
Oh,
and the other tournaments in between would just be for us to assess where the team is and how we continue the preparation
when is the
process.
next national netball tournament?
The National Fast Five, that begins the 2nd of November. We are currently in the planning process for that. And then the national tournament next year. So it's usually in March that run from. So the regular netball season, the Fast Five, that would run for the month of November.
So the fast five basically keep the girls conditioned then.
I didn't hear the question fully.
I said, so the fast five basically keeps the girls conditioned.
Yes, yes.
Okay. But where is which country hosts the next ECCB tournament?
They have not confirmed, but based on information from previous meetings, it is either supposed to be St. Kitts and Nevis or Dominica. But at the end of the tournament on Sunday, the president of the Caribbean Netball Association indicated that she's not in a position to say exactly which country will be hosting, but I am sure that we will get that information pretty soon.
But is there a conference at the end of these meet, or during these meet, where to kill two birds with one stone, where you have all the countries together? Do you have a conference then, a meeting, an AGM of the netball, the OECS Caribbean, whatever? I don't know. I'm trying to get
No
information.
particular tournament. Yeah. Right. It is mainly an OECS tournament, so there isn't the other the other countries for the Caribbean that are part of the Caribbean Netball Association. But no, there isn't usually a meeting with this sitting. But it is, now that you mention it, is a very good idea, something that should be considered. So as OECS countries, we can meet and see how we can brainstorm to continue playing each other, so that we can help to improve our ranking. Because one of the things that came to mind while during the preparation of this tournament is that between Dominica and St. Lucia, there's a ferry that travels between those two islands, so they should be playing each other more frequently, because it's just a ferry ride away. I was
Mhm.
saying, if we had that opportunity where we could have just easily ferry for $300 per person between countries, it would have been excellent. So,
Okay.
we keep the team will constantly coming up, and then the coming back to play. So keep the team always together active. But we don't have that luxury as yet. So we just have to continue training and continue training with our male team to sharpen our skills.
Okay. Um, because you see, I'm saying, as I said, even though it's an OECS, and because this is an OECS grouping that is playing this particular thing, it is wise to have your own meeting then, to make those decisions. So from there, you know
Yeah.
exactly what is going to take place.
Yes, I quite agree.
Okay. All right. Well, I want to get once again congratulate you. I don't know, you have
Quite agree.
tongue manship by the name of Alex King. He is inside there as part of our sports highlights. I don't know what he wants to say, but I think you might I don't know if you ever played netball. Alex,
I play wrong that.
you played wrong does.
Yeah.
All right, okay. She
Greg,
dropped out again. The internet is so bad in her area.
Greg,
That
can
is,
you hear me?
who's
Greg,
that?
Greg,
Great
Greg,
there?
can you hear me? Dougie, I'm not getting Greg.
You're not getting great.
No,
Natasha's back. Let me just.
I
What
don't understand.
Natasha was just teasing Alex, saying he's from your area, both of you from the same neck of the woods. I was just teasing him to find out. He said he only play wrong does. He never played on netball. Yeah. Well, I'm happy that you drop in. I'm really happy that you drop in with us there. And you feel free anytime to pop in and bring us up to date on anything that is netball during sports highlights. Anytime you have the
All
link,
right.
so you are always welcome. Okay. Thank you very much, Natasha.
All right. Thank you so much. And yes, you're most welcome. Thank you again.
Okay then. God bless. All right.
Okay.
So, Alex, what's the score now?
Just give you an update. 124 for 1 and 11.4 overs. Charles just out for 79 of 45 balls. 124 for 1 and 11.4 overs.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that the Kings looking good.
So 145.
Hello, good night.
124 for one.
124.
124 for one of 11.4.
Yeah.
Hello, good night.
Yeah.
You're live?
Good night, boss.
Yes, good night.
Um,
Welcome.
good night, and good night, Sister Natasha, Madam President. She on?
Good night, good night, good night.
Yeah, this is Michael Mojus Johnson here.
Hey, Michael, how you doing?
I'm all right, man. I've been online. I've followed the entire tournament, and I just want to commend you and your management team and the ladies for excellent display of sportswomanship. And despite injuries, the ladies would have really fought their way through and was able to recapture the title of ECCB OECS champions. I just have one question though. In terms of, I know the defense, especially a couple of the teams, especially the last game. I don't know if the goalkeeper was a little bit, if she was injured, because of the number of games she would have played, that probably felt a little exhausted. But that is just my observation, um,
Mm-hmm.
in terms of she being a tall, but she was not really used. I think if she would have jumped higher, we would have less goals score against us because she has the height, and using that height, she is at an advantage to really capture those goals. But all in all, overall the team was excellent. Being played unbeaten throughout the tournament is a very good thing. And you with your as one of the coaches going up there, I want to really commend all of you. Another thing is also the male team as
1 minute,
well. I
please.
want to
1
commend the
minute.
male team
Nikki, I'm
for.
just miss me for a minute. So
Okay.
Juice, go ahead. Just
Okay,
miss me for
Dougie.
a minute.
All right, Dougie. Yeah. Just want to commend the male team as well. I think they placed third, Madam President.
It seems as though she dropped out there.
She dropped out again.
Yes. She seems to be having some
Yeah.
serious internet problems there.
Oh, yeah. Let me know when she back in. But I think the team placed third in the tournament, and they too must be commended for their work. I know their competitor, most competitive team would have been the Jamaica team, and I hope that when they go back to the drawing board, that they are going to look at the skill set, the game set, and the way how the Jamaicans are playing, and where they can improve and able to maneuver. Because Jamaica is one of the better teams in that tournament.
Yes,
All in
that's
all,
true. Go ahead.
commendation to the national teams, both male and female, and we look forward for better things, for even greater things next year. I thought Dougie spoke about the enclosure um, of a
The honors
of a
veil or the
multi-purpose.
yes. Or the nutrition,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. The one at Nutrition, also the other one out at Annisville, because that one also can cater for volleyball and even basketball along with netball. So it's the multi-purpose um, court facility that you can have 3 or 4 sports being played there. And to host a ECCB tournament, you can have at least 3 or 4 games playing at the same time. Even a Caribbean, a CNA tournament can be played there, where 3 or 4 games played at the same time. So I hope the the powers that be will see the importance of investing more in sports as our men and women excel and represent our country and make our country in terms of sports tourism carry the name of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and the flag to higher heights. I think we should see sports from that perspective, and also where even our sporting enthusiasts, inclusive of football and the other sports, can become millionaires or even billionaires through sports. But there must be the proper facilities must be in place to help to prepare our athletes for that kind of market.
Okay.
All right, Madam President is back.
No, she's gone. But we spent the hour on this, and I want to move on. I have
I
many
just
other
joined. I'm
things here.
sorry. I just
Yeah.
joined, so I
Yes. Yeah.
didn't know.
Okay.
Well,
No problem,
thanks
Juice.
very much for the time being.
Thanks.
So let me get off and allow you to continue with your other.
Okay then. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. I want to
You have a
just.
caller on the line? Caller?
Yes, please. Good night to
Good night. Good night.
Hey, Hannibal.
greetings. Okay.
Hey, how are you, sir?
Well, I just want to more or less take the opportunity to thank all those sports, those many supporters who turn out Sunday at the closing. Okay, I must say that despite we had a successful 2024 Caracas Football League season. I must say compliments to you and Courtney, a nice way to put it, because I mean during when the tournament now started, I know we had some setbacks, you know. Also, what has been called, you know. What I did, I normally listen the criticism once they're positive, and I went back and I acted on them. I know one time you got in, I had a two-way conversation, and from that I could say that I must give credit to you and Gunny and nice really appreciate. But nevertheless, the tournament has concluded, and I mean, what I saw in Calaco on Sunday, I've never seen that before. Even before my tenure as president of the league, we had a massive turnout at the closing ceremony. I must also give compliments and credit to the Green Hills for winning the finals. Sharps played second. I must also give credit to all the other sponsors, the Children's and even the Football Federation who give tremendous support, both financial support and in kind, and they were always from the beginning. And they stood by me. They stood by me. They say at the league. I must also give credit to the parliamentary rep, because he ensured that things were in place. He ensured that the lights were in place for the starting of the tournament, the closing of the tournament. He asked no assistance I needed, and he gave assistance to ensure that officials were paid, prices were paid, and we every Sunday we had subsystems, and he ensured that all those entities were taken care of. So I must also give him credit for the support that he has given the league this year. But Doug, I must say that going forward, we will definitely have a good whether it's football, cricket, or well, because what I saw this tournament is that because of the football, they have brought some sort of level of unity to the tournament. It was just unfortunate that after the football they had the karaoke and they just had that incident, but it's so good that the football had already finished. But one good thing that came out of the football tournament is that I felt it. and I saw it is the level to a unity among the apostles in the tongue and apostles and among revelers that came out, and I must say, as again, thanks to even the organizers, as I know we had a good team, despite Baron Post was saying, I know we had a good team than everybody, even they would not be an evening on evening, but we always in contact with one another. And I must say, I was just say again, thanks to the apostles who more or less supported the 2024 Caracas Football League in one way or the other. I must give special mention to Isaiah Davis and the top of the Football Federation, because he stood by me from start to finish in terms of helping to organize the fixtures and show games in place. And I must also give mention to 5-6 persons who decided that Hannibal, I studied by you this year, and I wouldn't call the name I mentioned, but I gave them the name, the progress team from Calico. They came out and they decided they going to operate as fourth officials, they will get the ball boys and so in place, and they were the face of the league, they say, and I already mentioned that the closing that going forward, whether it's sports, culture, disaster, preparedness, they will be the face of anything. Because I'm the chairman of the Calico Sports Association, the Calico, also the chairman of the St. George's Carnival, and so I told them they will also be part and parcel of what taking place in Calico going forward. So, all in all, Doug, I must say thanks again. I must also say thanks again. You stood by the league, you stood by me, you were able to take time off, give us, allow us to carry the flight, the finance live. Even at 9 o'clock when you had the program, you gave us more time, and that was good. I must give you credit for that. I must give you credit for the support of the league. I must also give God's credit, because he had shown that night upon night when one came Calapa, he on the field, and we also have dialogue. So I must say once again, thanks for the many supporters who turn out during the tournament, and especially those who turn out, as I say, and give us the big, massive crowd surrounding Calapa, and to the sponsors, the other members of the organizing committee, the progress team. I must say congrats, and we will move on. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm happy that you called, Mr. Hannibal. I'm glad that you called, and we're glad to be part. One thing with us at NICE, we love sports, and sports is what is important to keep things together, keep people together. And as you admitted there, and I congratulate you for listening, because when things didn't look a little shaky in the beginning, you listened to what we suggested to you to make sure, pull things back and make sure it didn't go out of hand. And I must congratulate you, because not everybody listens, so you did, and that's a good thing. So I congratulate you again in getting this thing out there, and all who participated. But it's important when we do the reports every day, you will be surprised. Sometimes person miss something and they would WhatsApp us and say, well, what is that again? Could you, so it's important that these things happen, okay? And because that helped to bring people's interest to the games, and we had a good turnout. The unfortunate other thing, we can't deal with that. That is for the legal people to deal with, because we're dealing with sports right now. So thank you again, Hannibal. Thanks for calling. I appreciate you calling. And we will be in touch, and you are always free to call Nice Radio. You are welcome anytime. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Before I go on to cricket and then the other thing, let me just ask Alex for the update before I speak about a couple of things I want to deal with. Alex?
Well, the update is now 145 for 1. And it's like I don't understand the captain. Well, I'm also back in St. Lucia. So in 14.4 overs. And why would your son chase about number 3 when you had such a great thing? He got 9 off of 9, 9 singles. I'm just saying the pitch is playing very, very good, and we need as much runs as we need.
Okay.
So that's just my opinion on the game.
All right. Let me quickly deal with something on sailing because it's important. Youth sailors triumph over trade winds yacht skippers in exciting sailing showdown in Blue Lagoon Marina, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, 27th of September 2024. Nikki is from Canada, one here cause some sailing, but he feed the fish more than he sail. Let me just put that aside. Don't laugh. St. Vincent and the Grenadines Sailing Association hosted an exhilarating race and racing event that saw its talented youth sailing squad take on the professional yacht skippers from the Trade Winds Yacht Charters in the ILCA 6 class. The competition held at Blue Lagoon Marina was a thrilling encounter that highlighted the skills of an island's young sailors. Tradewinds Yacht Charters, known for their all-inclusive luxury catamaran charters, recently relocated their base of operations to Blue Lagoon Marina following the passage of Hurricane Beryl, which impacted their previous base in the Grenadines. Sabrina Marks Descent of the St. Vincent the Grenadine Sailing Association performance manager expressed her delight with the event, stating it was a wonderful experience for our youth racing squad to compete against professional yacht skippers. It not only tested their skills but also introduced them to a broader opportunities of pursuing a career in sailing. John Neil, base manager on Trade Winds, reflected on the day's competition. Our crew had a fantastic time. While they started a bit rusty, they managed to deliver some competitive performances. Trade Winds is a socially conscious organization, and we value the chance to build relationship with these young sailors. We hope to show them more about the charter industry and the career paths available, but we also look forward to reclaiming victory in the next challenge. The event was a resounding success, bringing together youth sailors and experienced professionals in a fun and competitive atmosphere, fostering both camaraderie and career inspiration within the sailing community. That's about a sailing competition that took place in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I'm hearing myself back. Once I turned grey on, there was something in grey that is problematic for us.
Yeah, because you're not hearing me on the WhatsApp.
I don't know
Why?
I am hearing you clear when you speak, but when I speak, I'm hearing myself back.
Yeah, that's
Okay, but when I was on the WhatsApp, they wasn't hearing me. I was hearing everybody, but they wasn't hearing me. Well, I will move. I will move out from here, doggy, because if you're gonna move out. Hey?
It sounds good now to me.
No, but doggy, see hearing back himself, so.
Nikki, you in a double?
Yes, I'm getting an echo.
Yeah. Okay. So I will leave and see if I could get back on the WhatsApp.
Whenever
Try back the WhatsApp.
I'll try back the WhatsApp. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So that's one thing there. Let me see. The Alex, you know they have the Masters cricket going on, right?
Which Masters?
In St. Vincent. SVG Masters T20 cricket.
Yeah, but I thought that was supposed to be the
That's not the softball cricket up in Bel-Air. This is.
I thought that was the Masters. No. I don't know anything about that.
Yeah. Okay. Let me.
I agree. You can hear us?
Okay, Nick, you hearing me now?
Yes, I'm hearing you now. What's
Right,
going
and
on?
I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. Okay. Let me tell you what Selwyn Allen is the chairman of the SVG Masters Cricket Organizing Committee. Okay? And anybody want to get hold of Selwyn, his number is 784-493-7273. I'm going to give you a rundown of what took place at the SVG
Wait.
Master.
Give me that number again because I want
Yeah,
to
right. His number
I want to
is
call him.
784
784
593
mm-hmm.
7273.
7273. Okay, good. Yeah, because I have to
Okay,
ask him some questions.
right.
Yeah. Okay,
So
thanks.
they had quite a bit of games at Bookament. This game was played on September 28th and 29th. At Bookament on Saturday, September 28th, North Leeward Masters defeated Sion Hill Masters by 5 wickets. Sion Hill Masters 71 all out of 13.1 overs. Arrington Borgin 30. Reginald Jeffrey 4 for 11. North Leeward Masters 75 for 5 of 9.4 overs with William Edwards 27. At Sion Hill on Saturday the 28th September, Musti Company Masters won from Strokes Masters by 113 runs. The Musti Company Masters won 86 for 5 of 20. Juma Tony 52. Strokes Masters 73 all out in 17.4 overs. Hugh Toby 22. Winston Granderson 2 for 10. At Stubbs on the 28th, Saturday the 28th, Cato Heavy Equipment Premium Products Glenmorgan Masters beat Park Hill Masters by 7 wickets. Park Hill Masters was 128 for 3 off 20. Shaki James 58. McNeil Morgan 3 for 22. He's still bowling. Cato Heavy Equipment Premium Products Glenmorgan Masters 129 for 3. I missed the off many overs. But McNeil Morgan scored 67 not out. Selwyn Kane 29 not out. In Cumberland on the 29th September, Musty Company Masters defeated North Leeward Masters by 9 runs. And Musty Company Masters was 87 for 3 off 10 overs. It was reduced to a 10-over game due to rain. And Dumatoni 28 not out. North Leeward Masters 78 for 4 off 10 with William Edward 29. At Sion Hill on the 29th September, Police Masters defeated Hope Pastures Masters by 4 wickets. Hope Pastures Masters 156 for 5 off 20 overs. Ranash scored 22. Parnell Brown 2 for 21. Police Masters 157 for 6 off 18 overs. Sylvan Brown 100 not out. Rohan Ash 2 for 26. Stubbs on the 29th. Stubbs on Sunday. Northeast Masters defeated Geku Stanley Browns Masters by 22 runs. Northeast Masters 163 for 9 off 20. Renwick Williams 47. Vibert Sampson 40. Ricky Thomas 4 for 52. Geku Stubbs Masters 141 all out of 20 overs. Kissinger McLean 76. Renwick Williams 3 for 41. That's a report that was filed by Selwyn Adams yesterday. And Selwyn
Allen.
Allen, not Adams. Allen.
No.
So that's what's happening.
No, the reason why I asked you, I didn't know anything about that because I know the Independence Masters is supposed to start soon
Okay.
in St. Vincent. And, we have a team from New York and from Canada and from the Trinidad and from Carriacou and all the islands. So
Mhm.
I was wondering why it started so early. But that is a tournament that's supposed to start very soon also. That's the
Mhm.
Independent Masters around Independence time.
Okay. I just got some information from Kenny Sylvester. Thank you, Kenny. He says St. Kitts Nevis Aquatics Federation is pleased to announce the team that will represent the federation at the 32nd OECS Swimming Championship in November. This year, OECS Championship is hosted by St. Vincent and the Grenadines Swimming Federation. The event will take place on November 8th to the 10th, and the venue will be at the Shrewsbury Aquatic Centre at Ratamill in St. Vincent. The competition will be conducted under the sanction of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Swimming Association. So that's some information we just got there. So now we can move on to, we have many other information that I'd like to share. And so we could get into these matters. Let me see now where we go to. I want to, before we go back to the regional cricket, well, we see also in the CPL, where on the 31st match, there was a floodlight failure, Alex, at the National Stadium. Yeah, a big failure in Providence, Guyana saw a reduced over match in the eliminator game of 2024 Republic Bank Premier League. A 2-hour delay whilst the lights was fixed saw Barbados Royals set to a revised target of 60 runs in 5 overs. The Royals made a short work at the chase. David Miller almost single-handedly getting his side over the line with 4 balls to spare.
17 balls, yeah.
Right, 4 balls to spare. So technology, the lights fail, and that created a much reduced game. Okay. Let's see now South Africa. South Africa defeated Ireland by 138 runs in their first ODI meeting. South Africa 271 for 9 off 50. Ryan Rickleston 91, Tristan Stubbs 79. Emma Adair 4 for 50. Craig Young 3 for 45. Ireland 132 off 31.5 overs with Dockrell 21, Comfer 20, Balbini 20, Lizard Williams 4 for 32, Lungi and Gidi 2 for 35. That's how you pronounce his name? Ngidi?
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's
Yeah,
fine.
well, if I pronounce it wrong, you have to correct me because I see Ngidi. 2 for 35, Bijan Fontaine 2 for 28. And also in they say that in the women's cricket, the 2024 of Women Cricket World Cup begins tomorrow actually, with 2 opening matches in Group A.
No, Friday. It begins on Friday.
It begins on Friday? Well, the information I have is beginning
No, Alex,
tomorrow.
It should begin on tomorrow, and West Indies playing Friday.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Okay.
Begins tomorrow.
So what's the Friday?
Yeah.
Dougie, we have a caller.
That's fine.
Okay. Take the caller.
Yes, caller, go ahead.
Hello, good evening, Dougie. How you doing?
Hey, Roxelle. Well,
yeah, it's been a while. I know I was supposed to have called a few weeks back, but as you know, it's been quite hectic getting back into the sports system for the year.
So just stay on hold a minute, Roxelle. Let me just finish this, okay?
All right.
So the games start tomorrow in Group A, Pakistan versus Sri Lanka, and in Group B, Bangladesh versus Scotland. Both matches will be played in Sharjah. England have announced their 14-member team to tour the West Indies. Joe Butler captain, Jofra Archer, Jacob Bethel, Jafar Kohan, Sam Curran, Will Jacks, Lyman Livingstone, Squib Mahmood, Dan Mosley, Jamie Overton, Adil Rashid, Phil Salt, Reese Topley, and John Turner. England tours the Caribbean as follows. On the 31st of October, the first ODI in Antigua. 2nd of November, the second ODI in Antigua. The third ODI in Barbados on the 6th of November. The first T20 9th of November in Barbados. The second T20 November 10th and third T20 in St. Lucia, November 14th. Well, it had to be 14th and 10th. I got the dates a little messed up there. And the fourth in T20 in St. Lucia, November 16th and 15th. The T20 games in St. Lucia, November 17th also. I will leave now that I'm going to go on to football with Roxelle in the college. I'm going to give you the UEFA football, the results of matches in UEFA Championship League today. Girona 2, Feyenoord 3, Shakhtar 0, Atlantic 3, Aston Villa 1, Bayern Munich 0, Benfica 4, Atletico 0, Dynamo 2, Monaco 2, Lille 1, Real Madrid 0, Liverpool 2, Bologna 0, Leipzig 2 and Juventus 3, Sturm 0 and Club Brugge 1. So that's the UEFA football. Now, Roxelle is involved in the community college. He had the feast, he had a football feast. He didn't invite Nikki nor myself to eat any of the caviar and things of such. But we have Roxelle, and he was supposed to come in last week, but I guess he was so tied up.
Caviar and fried calamari.
Yeah. So,
well, Dougie, we just into the appetizers, so
okay. So the main course ain't come yet.
The main course will be starting next week, so you know how it goes.
Right,
again, thank you for continuing to promote our stuff. Good night, Alex. It's been a while.
Good night, Roxelle. How you doing, man?
Not bad at all. Still this side up and still doing my due as it pertains to what I'm
I've been trying to call you, but you won't answer your phone. Want me to change your number?
Probably another number you're calling. But we're gonna talk about that. But yeah, Dougie, the college program, as you know, is a well-oiled program, and we've continued to push as we normally do each year. We started with football, and as you indicated so clearly, we have a football feast this year with four areas we call the appetizers, which we are into. We started the first appetizer and completed that on the weekend gone, which was the six-side challenge. That was a really, really nice event. The Friday atmosphere was tremendous. We had a huge crowd out there. We had to have some tents and stuff up for the spectators, so you can imagine what was happening. And we finished off on Saturday, not as big as a crowd as Friday as you would expect, but still was a wonderful event to complete that first part. And we entered the selection series, which we are now calling the interfaculty trials, so to speak, where the youngsters vie for positions to represent the college in our big competition, the Invitational Championship Football. That starts next week, Tuesday. Initially, the promo would have said the 9th of October because we were looking at the initial dates offered by CONCACAF for the St. Vincent Games here. As you would know, those have been changed, so we have gone back to what we normally would do as it pertains to college activities Tuesday and Friday. So we're starting the championship, the Invitational Championship next week, Tuesday, the 8th instead of the 9th. We just had that meeting today with our invited teams and all the representatives from the college team. So there will be 10 teams in that championship, and so that's the main event. And obviously, you will be invited to that to have the caviar, whatever else you're talking about. And we're gonna finish off, as you said correctly, with a tour to the Grenadines. It may not be Union Island. We're still looking to see what can happen, but we want to continue to lift the spirits of the people who are still recovering from burial and the destruction down there. And obviously community involvement from anyone assisting and bringing them back into the normal way of being. We want to help, and that's one of the reasons we still are continuing to push to see whether or not we can make this happen, and that will be in early January. Netball and cricket will complete our activities for the first semester, which ends around the 20th of December, and then we go into the second semester with other activities done. We also want to congratulate the 72 students who would have gained the CONCACAF SVG Football Federation D-License Coaching Certificate. These students were part of the second and third cohorts of the Sports Sciences program. And we continue to work along with entities here in St. Vincent to make these students as viable for the work market as possible. So the SVG Football Federation was definitely involved in this. We have been collaborating and working with the SVG Swimming Association to certify volunteer timers and event managers. They will be part and parcel of that big OECS event in November. So, yeah, we're still pushing our students as much as we possibly can. And many other entities who wish to be involved in making sure that these students get as much exposure and experience before they actually graduate, we would love to have them on board, Dougie. Questions from you?
Okay.
Short and sweet.
What I want to ask you about is the future of footballers in your program and this vibrant competition that you have inter-college in your sphere. What are the prospects looking for the quality of players for football for the future Vinci Heat transition from your college perspective?
Well, and that's why we went invitational, because we do have athletes at the college who are national athletes. Today we responded to a document that we got from the SVG Football Federation as it relates to Stephen Pear, one of our national strikers, a young man in the sports sciences program. He also had a stint out in Jamaica, which we facilitated so that he could have gone for an entire semester and came back and still continue his studies. So yeah, we do have. I think, as I said before, we do have the quality, the raw material to work with. Don't want to go into much of the football talk, but from there we need to now know how we are going to harness this raw material. And people like Stephen Pear, unfortunately, in my estimation, in order to push a little further than where he is, he may have to leave St. Vincent. All right, because we still need to think about a proper sports school or a facility that would have them in this activity or these similar activities on a long-term basis, not just trials on a weekend or not just training camps for 2 weeks. We've been over this over and over again. I don't want to go back there, but we have the raw material from which we can build. We just need to put the facilities and the structures in place for them to push on. And this is not just football. We've seen the netballers do tremendously well. The captain of the netball team, an adult student, is also in the sports sciences program, and she's one who's been guiding people like Stephen Pear in that group, in that cohort, Kimisha and Twine. And again, congrats to her and Miss Batiste and the results that they've gotten from that OECS series, ECCB series.
Okay. I know you are involved heavily in the track and field section of the college.
Yeah, well, all sporting activities are at the college is organized through my office.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I'm still looking for someone to be an assistant once they approve that. But yes, all the sporting activities at the college are coordinated by yours truly. And I'm also the coordinator of the Applied Associate Sports Sciences program. This is now the new academic program, so to speak, geared primarily towards pushing individuals into fields related to sports.
I see. So your hands are very full.
So you see what I'm talking about. It's been tremendously difficult this year since we had a late start putting everything together. As it relates to the college itself, but we still do have the pillars there who work quite hard to make sure and ensure that things are still standing and pushing as they should.
Okay. The college play much cricket?
We also have one cricket tournament. We have not gone into the National Cricket Championship for the last couple of years. Again, primarily from my end, the caliber of cricketers coming through were not in a high number in terms of the quality we want to put out there. If you want to go into the national championship and represent the college, for example, I think we should have a quality that can sustain itself, that can compete, and that can obviously represent it as the best as we can. I don't think over the last couple of years we've had that. This year, however, there's a amalgamation of students coming from different schools who have a great interest. So we may be looking at getting back into probably national under 20, national T20 or national 50 overs championship. But we only have one championship during the school year, that is in December. It is only a T20 tournament because obviously we're looking at students coming off of class time for an entire day, which is difficult, especially around those exam periods or just before exam periods. So that is the limitation we have in terms of our own internal activity for cricket.
Mm-hmm. Well, I could understand that.
I'd like to ask you a question, Roxanne.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I would like. Now I heard you say that you have persons with the license in football.
Correct.
But I'm wondering if you're thinking about expanding to getting young cricket coaches.
Good. So that's an excellent question, and I will put that over to what we're doing with the Associate Sports Sciences program. As I said, this is an academic program that offers the students a cadre of areas from which they could push on. We also, along with the football de-licensing course, they would complete, let me make sure I get the right name now. It was the World Athletics track and field course at the beginning. I can't remember the correct name that we have it now, but they also get certification in level 1 of athletics coaching. Now, in our meeting, which we have with our lecturers in August normally, prior to the commencement of the new academic year, we want to try to get them into other activities. Cricket is definitely one. Mr. Kenroy Martin, who is now the National Under 15 cricket coach, he is facilitating this year the foundation course, from which they must start for the students who are actually doing cricket. So that is definitely on the cards. And we have spoken to the president of basketball to see whether or not we can get something through the Olympic Committee for them to be certified at a basic level to start with in terms of basketball. There are a few other things we are contemplating. We always have to make changes. The Sports Sciences program is now into its 4th year, and there are a lot of changes in sports and materials. So we are actually revamping the course content as we go. We may be looking at including volleyball and netball. Fuzzy, Godfrey, Harry, just today we spoke as it relates to completing a content document for netball to be taught as one of the cohort, one of the core areas of our program. So we are moving forward, and yes, cricket is something that we need to continue to push. I think we are losing a lot of our individuals who are interested in cricket, and that is also because some of our coaches are like me, overwhelmed and probably need to have that responsibility transferred to someone else new and young to keep the mantle going.
Okay, got you. Well, okay. Yeah, we like to see that happen in the cricket, because as cricket as my main sport, I like to see that.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So involvement required, and we just need to get those things off the ground. Obviously, a little teething problem as usual. We have issues that we have to deal with, but there's nothing that we can't overcome in those areas.
But in consideration, though, that what we as a people in St. Vincent and the Grenadines have been observing and living in a global village, to see the impact on the life-changing impact of what sports can do to a people and individuals to make life better for themselves. I would love to see the government putting more emphasis in the college to give you more supporting staff and to expand the program. So instead of we having to look to give this great foundation so we can get persons to go when they go on to university to compete, to be competitive. That is what I'm looking at in terms of how do we how do we convince the powers that be? Not just when somebody like Shafika Maloney struggled for so long and now
Right.
reach to a particular thing, then everybody want to gravitate and grab and tug and pull
Right.
and cut her up like Jacob's coat. You don't want that happening because that destroy the athletes in the end. You want to have solid foundational development processes. So when they get into the support mechanisms important. These are important discussion that needs to take place from a governmental level, but it has to come from the national discourse to make the powers that be, the politicians, be more aware that there's the necessity for what we need done, and not when we have athletics champion at the track for inter-school sports that we have a big hooray. But from there, we need to cement this particular position. I would love to see you get more support from a staffing perspective and a
Hold on,
curriculum
I think
perspective.
you're preaching to the choir, and your ideas are quite clear. That has nothing to do with any political position.
No.
It's just as it is. I think we have torn that discussion to pieces many times on this program and on other programs that relate to sports in St. Vincent and Grenadines, where the benefit of being involved in sport is far fetched and it's far reaching. Sorry, and still we are in a place where we react. I would put it this way: react as opposed to being proactive, and that's one of the reasons we started this program. I want to add. I may add just to add to what you say. We have graduated 14 and 27, 41 students from this program, and about 12 for sure. There are in the teaching profession already related to sports. 5 are in universities getting further doing further studies in sport related activities. Just August, this probably was not said publicly in many forums, but we collaborated with the registry department of the college to send off our outline for the sports sciences program, which allowed 2 of the students who graduated to get credits towards their bachelor degrees. These were from universities in Canada. So we are doing something that is viable. And as I said before, we do have athletes who are capable and can stand on their own anywhere in the world. It's just now for us to put those mechanisms in place, as you have said. And that means we need support. And you rightly said, not just governmental, it's a national thing. Now we need to look at the perceptions and these avenues, different avenues for making a livelihood for our people.
Certainly, because we see how lives could be changed. Because when one life is impacted, the capacity to look after a family, the domino effect of that family is probably 5-10 persons down the road.
Correct.
But
Many more than that, to be honest.
Yeah, but also the psychological influence to motivate persons to operate outside of the box of the normal academia. We have to look at that, because that brings us an expanded society in a way that I think a lot of persons can't even imagine. You look at where cricket is today. Look at the amount of persons from the Caribbean playing professional cricket that you would have never seen before, earning a living and creating investment into their own countries, which would impact lives.
And they're playing the shortest version all over the place, as much as we probably may not want that, because our test cricket is suffering, Alex. But yeah, they are making a livelihood for themselves in a short space of time. They are doing something that their grandparents and their parents may still have not made that money in the lifetime they've been working.
Alex?
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, Roxelle is on, so no, I'm on Roxelle on terms of so I'm going to talk. God, only if Roxelle realize that what the IPL is doing this year, which is next year, is that anybody who made it, anybody who was on the 12 that picked, they're paying them 9,000 US dollars just to be on the 12. We talk about 9,000 US dollars just to be on the 12. So that means that it's increased money all the time.
Exactly, and these are current season values that we would have not have normally seen probably in a couple months of work in our old traditional means as we know it. So yeah,
And, you know, and this is a game. This is a game, you know, for 3 hour game.
correct,
So
correct.
that means that you better book yourself out. You better have to make the 12.
I in the wrong business, boy.
And that's extra. I mean, that's extra. And they call it a match fee. A match fee.
Yes, 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 yes. So no, the opportunities are there. We just need to harness it. And we need to get away from the traditional ideas, boy, what is sport and why we turn up and down, as we call it. Because it's a billion-dollar business, big billion-dollar business elsewhere around the world that we still need to tap into, so that we can have people expanding their views and their livelihoods and bettering themselves based on the physical capacities and abilities God has blessed them with.
But Roxanne, we spoke.
But by
You
the way,
spoke.
Doug, just give me the scores:
Go ahead.
198 for 5 in the 20 overs. So
198. That's a good score.
it's a good score, but
That's
you know you don't trust Guyana.
Yeah.
Guyana have a great batting team.
Mm-hmm. So you
Chase
like to
Maker
see.
run a ball, and I don't know what it's done. Chase number 3. We had 124 with a loss in 10.2. We're supposed to make 200. When say we, I mean St. Lucia Kings. Sorry,
Yeah.
the thing.
250,
Right,
240,
right,
220.
220. I said 225 around there. We should have had. Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I
wrong
think
there.
it's this year. It's the year for them, man. Alex. It could be the year for the King.
Well, you know, that's what Sammy said, you know.
Right.
And I looking at
It's
Sammy, I
the year
said,
for them.
Sammy said, because of the goal in St. Lucian, this is yeah for the Kings, and Sammy Seagull win everything. Everybody thought Sammy was joking. And then Sammy went to win 5 straight, you know. The Kings win 5 straight.
You will not believe me, but I have not looked at one of those games for the year.
You know,
I
positive
have not
level
had
is
the time.
positive level. When you're a winner, you're a winner, and you love to win, and you teach people how to win.
Right, right, right. Yeah,
Yep.
doggy. So that's it from the college as per
Well,
usual.
I
Big thing have
appreciate
been
that.
going.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Well,
Been
Roxelle,
really hectic. So, but
yeah.
I did not forget you.
Well, I give you the link. You like you to forget the link, so it didn't come up on the
No,
link. You come up on the
no.
phone.
Trust me. It's been tremendously hectic. Believe
Yeah.
you.
Okay. Well, you
Believe.
always have it. You know, you're welcome to come in anytime and bring us up to date.
Right.
Instead of
Right.
people like myself talking, I like to hear from the horse's mouth. You know? Yeah.
Roxelle,
one of your female
Roxelle,
workers
please give me,
that
please,
you want to hear
please
my
give me
voice.
a call,
But
man.
probably one of the, yeah, Alex, I will do that. But doggy, one of your female workers passed by the other day and she was like, she needs to hear my voice. I guess that precipitated this call a little bit more
Well,
tonight.
you see, take what a woman would do to a man. You have to ask
All
Nikki
right,
and Alex
gentlemen, have
that.
a good night.
Okay, then. God bless.
All
All
right,
right.
great.
Okay,
Bye.
then. Alex,
Oh,
Roxelle spoke to the issue of, and Gray spoke to the issue of, the
Yeah, man, you know,
sacrifice.
you breaking up a bit, and you're great.
I'm breaking up.
No, why you agree? I mean, he was
Yeah.
there all night.
Well, I'm gonna put Gray to answer this question now. The issue of the Roxelle spoke about the issue about the dying of Test cricket in this region, but I have noticed, Gray, I'm sorry that your eyesight is not so good, but when you look at the Test cricket that's going on and the 3 major Test areas, the out in capacity, Gray.
okay. Yeah, well, you see, Doggy, the thing about it, if you check in the Caribbean, our population is so small, And when we play cricket in the day, a test match, so only a few people could look at the whole game.
Mhm.
Actually, I hear him back myself, man. I hear him back myself.
No, but it's okay. But we hearing you clear. We don't have a feedback from you.
Yeah, we hear you clear. We hear him back anything.
Yeah, but when I speak in a tongue, I'm getting.
Well, just speak
So
slow.
I'm saying in the Caribbean, in those other countries, Dougie, when Test cricket is playing in the day, you got close to 100,000 people come out and watch a game, and that is the population in some of these small islands.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the whole thing about it, and and I think.
By the way, Dougie, Ghana is packed right now with people.
I didn't hear you there, Alex.
Ghana is packed with people. That's why they play every playoff game and finals in Providence, Georgetown. It's packed. People out there like rain.
Yeah, because Alex, that is 3 hours of cricket in the night. Everybody done work. You come out and look at some cricket.
Thank you.
But
And
you see,
six
we
been
don't have
selling
that
for so much money.
cricket in the Caribbean that we play Test cricket in the night. So that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we know the drawbacks about the long hours of Test cricket, and that you have to have basically a good middle class society that can afford to go and watch Test cricket, because that is what has happened in these other countries. I've been looking at the statistics, and basically you have the middle class almost, say, between 40 and 60. The majority, 65% of the persons watching Test crickets are within that age group. Because why? They have already done their most of their work in our productive life, and they can afford to. But when you have young persons in a competitive environment, unless they're on vacation, they can't get time off to go and watch a Test match. And that would pose a problem for us in the region.
Yeah. And then next thing too is that our Test players is not really performing. So people don't have the interest of when I look at them.
Well, let's hope that we could do something to turn all of that around. Let's hope so we could turn it around. What is your is England coming to the Caribbean, Alex?
Yes, England will be in the Caribbean real soon. And as you know, with a plane, they only play in 3 countries when they come to the Caribbean. You're gonna come to the Caribbean at the end of the month.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, I sent you all the,
yes, yeah,
all the schedule. But remember, they are playing in tests. And of course, they're only going to 3 countries: Barbados, Antigua, and St. Lucia.
So
because that's what England do all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But since we spend all that money to upgrade on Israel, I am not hearing anything about the VPL. Unless they having any VPL this year.
Great, there's no VPL. The VPL is cancelled already. And I don't want them to think this is a political program. Shallow is the one who used to do the VPL. So there will no VPL this year. After England come to Caribbean, Bangladesh coming to St. Vincent, and you know the three games that they played. They come into the Caribbean. There will be no VPL this year.
Well, hopefully
absolutely
on Sunday.
None.
Hopefully on Sunday, I will ask Dr. Shallow if he can make an appearance here on Sports Highlights to bring us up to steam on the issue of the VPL and so forth. Not to speak about his politics. My interview with him and others would have political elements, but this would. I'm speaking sports. I want him to tell us why we're not having VPL.
But then with all the money we're spending on Israel, You say it's to get youngsters interested in cricket. How many youngsters having the opportunity to use the facility to train? You know,
Well, it's probably not a training facility.
if you build it and you just have it locked down for international game, what benefit it is to the youngsters here?
Well, I don't know what would happen in that vein. I really don't know. We'd have to ask the pertinent questions to find out what is up with that. But it's
very watch and see.
And you're great. That's a good question, but there will be no VPL this year.
Okay.
And Bangladesh is in November, early November, 3rd?
December.
December 3rd.
Yeah. Bangladesh will be 9 months. That will be 9 months in cricket.
Okay.
Yeah,
but
Doggy Bangladesh is playing at momentum 3-2020, the 12th, the 15th, 12th, 17, and 19.
The 12th,
that's the 3-2020.
12, 15,
yeah, 15, 17, and 19.
Okay.
December, 9 morning cricket, December.
Yeah, 9 morning cricket.
That's when they play the 3-2020 in St. Vincent. Under the lights.
Well, we expect that. We expect it will be under the lights, because if they're not under the lights, it doesn't make sense we put in the lights.
Well, I'm just hoping one thing, Gray, as you know. Remember they're playing against the West Indies, and we love cricket in St. Vincent. Once we have a Tom of Vincentians, the boy love cricket. And because West Indies, they haven't seen West Indies in years in St. Vincent. So I'm hoping that everybody show up and it will be a grand time. But Bangladesh is playing St. Vincent so many times, and some people might say, I can't afford this around Christmas time. So I tired of seeing Bangladesh. And then the West Indies will destroy Bangladesh in a 2020 game.
Well, I ain't so sure about that.
I know Bangladesh are playing decent these days, but we all love to see our stars. We love to see our stars.
I hope our stars in the wrong galaxy. will be outshine.
Have we resolved any issue about the umpires in the region that we discussed some time ago? Any update? Anything, Alex?
No, we haven't resolved anything. I mean, and that's the ICC call. The ICC could do anything they want to do, and I mean, normally that's what they do. It's not from the West Indies. I mean, from Jamaica, whatever. They look at the umpires and so much overcall and so much wrong decision, and they could upgrade you. They could upgrade you, and they could tell you, well, they could demote you, and that's fine. And that's what I was trying to tell Pungi the other day, because I think that, well, me and he had a conversation there. And I think he thought that Dr. Shala was promoting Buttericoi from semester. But I've been doing a great job. And when you have, again, I have nothing against Barbados. But when you have Reefer and Brafford, all them there, so much bad decision, and them still doing every game. Doggy, I've keep asking people in St. Vincent. I don't say it on the program. I keep asking Gunny Hines, I keep asking Greg, keep asking people in St. Vincent. Do you all have any umpires meetings? Do you have people coaching up umpires? What the umpires do in St. Vincent? Not even St. Vincent. In the Windward Islands. Why is only everybody umpiring and making money except Vincentians? You're supposed to have umpires and coach you every day get the computer screen, do everything, teach you this and teach you that. We need good umpires in St. Vincent and in the Windward Islands. Something is wrong. We need all that.
I know there was a young umpire who officiate when Nepal was here in the warm-up game. You know, he started as a youth cricketer, but he take up umpiring. I think he did a lot of at the West Indies youth cricket, but I don't know if you're going to take it to a higher level.
Graham, I umpire up here a lot.
Name is
As much cricket
Bayan.
as much cricket as I play.
A youngster.
As much cricket as I play in America, I have to go to umpire school every weekend. Every weekend. And you guys putting up this and you putting up this and you know, and you have to go. And then they will approve you for doing this and doing that. And you need that in the in the I don't know if that was in Barbados because I don't know certain things.
I
But you
know
need
at
that.
one time when Zepton Graves was in charge of umpiring, he used to be running a lot of session here, but I don't know if that still continues.
They'll show you all the videos. They will tell you this. They will ask you certain questions. If you think this is out or it's not out, and then they have the answers. And you know, it's like, I mean, we need that.
Yeah, I know they used to have sessions here in St. Vincent, and even when they had changes, in some of the laws of the game, they were coming and explaining it to persons. But I don't know how if that's still continuing.
I want to ask about some question, but I didn't want to go there. You know about the representative and all these people who get paid and calling them. I don't know what's happening there with the football and everything else. So I just leave it alone.
Yeah,
I was trying to get into ask him about the youth aspect of football in Calico.
Well, we'll get him another time to
heard
speak
anything
about
about
development. We were really dealing this time just about the what took place in this particular one. I'll get him, invite him back to come to speak on the development aspects of it, so that we could have a deeper conversation. But this one was the enticement to speak about what took place and give thanks and so forth and whatnot, because it's important. Not Sunday what they leave, but we'll speak on the development aspect of that another time and try to get things in order. With that, we got 2 minutes to go. Gray, you have anything you want to close off with?
Well, basically, time I just wanted to just highlight the difference between our Olympiads and the and St. Lucia, the thing that they're doing for the athlete there. It's big things happening there for her. But in St. Vincent, we just want to take photo up. And when we give Marby change, we want everybody to say, hey, people, when you give Marby change.
Why did you bring up back up it?
I've sent Push up donate $1 million to Alfred. Plus, she's getting over 10,000 square feet of land and other things they're planning to do for her. But so I only heard, I give out of my pocket, but then we're not hearing what the nation doing for our athletes.
You have to have a pocket to give out of it first.
But you were great. I'll ask you a question. Do you understand this? Guyana is 11 without loss in 2 overs. Kimo Paul open the baton. What are they trying? Kimo Paul?
No, man. This is, Alex.
Oh, no,
Alex,
I know it's fun. I know it's fun cricket.
Even you lose tonight, you still have another chance.
It's the biggest part of sports. It's the biggest part of sports.
Right. So
imagine that Kimo Paul is opening.
But
this is like a joke.
With Muti some time ago. So
this is like Muti opened the other day too.
Right. So and tonight game it doesn't matter if you win you have a day or 2 off, but if you lose you still have a chance to play
Great. You
Yeah,
have Shehub, you have Edmire, you have Ali, you have Shepard, you have Reefer. I don't know why he's playing. You have all this and Kimo Paul is opening. Well, oh no. I know why. I know why he opening. Sorry. This is they're playing in Guyana and he's the boy and they decide he go man, he go above and just beat up some ball.
Well,
Well,
see how it's
well,
gonna work out.
I think we gotta close off here tonight, guys. We want to thank everybody who participated tonight again.
Dougie,
And
thank you. I just came in early for a reason. I just came in early. I know you have to do what you have to do.
I am happy that you came and you're supposed to be there all the time. Don't make me have
Yes,
to
I came
send.
in early.
Don't make me have to send a
Early.
special.
Good night, gentlemen. Good night.
Don't make me have to send a special person to sanction
night.
you, eh? So good night there, Mickey. Thanks a
Don't
lot. This is
mention any
Sports.
names.
No, I will not mention any name. This is Sports Highlights
Okay,
for
good.
Wednesday, the 2nd of October. And the next Sports Highlights is on Sunday. So we want to thank you and see what other interesting conversations we can bring up here on Sports Highlights. I want to thank Nicky for holding it down for me. He's now my sidekick in the studio. I have to keep him on the manners and Augustine. But the more he discuss in the sports, the more he's get more familiar and can do like Hyrule and hold his own. Well, good night, guys, and have
You
a
gotta
great
pay for
night.
the advertisement there.
Yeah.
No? You ain't doing that.
I'm sending them a bill for tomorrow.
Okay.
All right then. Well, safe ride home, guys, and thanks a lot.
All right.
Okay then. All right.
Do you have a passion for sport? Then Sports